We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight and hold support here. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 10:10 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 150% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold a key support. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Apple bot. Our Apple bot at 8:10 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness down 42 vision, and put options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from wire fed borders to bright green bars and back down to wire fed borders in the last 2 days. If this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So now when we go ahead and take a look at the SPY, we could see here on the SPY stock a bear indicator popping up here on the 30-minute and just confirming in the last 2 bars. There's been a lot of volatility here between bull and bear indicators, but right now on the 30-minute, there's a bear indicator, and it's not just the SPY. You have the QQQ under a bear indicator all day here since 500. You also have Tesla here back downwards. It may get a bear indicator, something I'm watching here as a bull indicator is trying to hold. And then you have Apple here under a bear indicator since yesterday at the 233 level. And when we come up here towards Netflix, same thing, a bear indicator at 759. It rejected that same level and continued back down to test the support of the day down here near 753. So multiple stocks pulling back here in the second half of the day and in bear indicators as we see it. But right now on the SPY, a full transition again from dark green to wire fed borders has happened. And it's coming to test the support of this morning towards the 579.29 area. Not that far off of it, just a few cents in the live action. So definitely something to not ignore here right now on the 30-minute in the second half of the day going into the close. Look how rapidly it is pushing down. and retesting. So if that breaks, it may hit even newer support levels. Now, when we go ahead and look at this from the 1 hour, same thing. It needs another 2 minutes to confirm, but a bear indicator is popping up for the first time here since the bull indicator at 578.49. That was the support yesterday in the pre-market, and if today's support of 579.28 gets broken through here, as we see it, it's getting close, it's fighting in the volatility, then the next support will be down here in this tight range of 578.40 area. So definitely something to now overlook here in the bigger picture if this bear indicator closes and confirms in the next minute and 40 seconds. I'll go ahead and pull that up in just a moment. Now, let's zoom in here and look at it on the 15 minute. So on the 15 minute, there's been a lot of back and forth. You could see the strength here going into the open with that bull indicator from 580.83 all the way up to retest the resistance from yesterday and today's pre-market at 583.20 area. And then you have a bear indicator popping up and dominating over this chart so far in the last several minutes and hours at the 582 level. So this needs to get canceled to justify any move back up to the upside. And you could just see this bouncing here near the 579.30 area sharply. If we pull up the 5 minute, you could see it there. And if we pull up the 1 minute, it is trying to reverse, right? But there you see it, live action, pulling downwards very fast. And if I pull up the 30 minute again, it must have confirmed. There it is. It confirmed, it's hit white with red borders, and the next bar has continued, and it's fighting here. So now when we go ahead and pull up the inflow versus outflows, I'm going to break down the key levels on watch going into tomorrow. So here we are with inflow struggling to come back up, right? You see the volatility here. If we go ahead and pull up the 1 minute again in the after hours, it is going down from swings down here of 578 all the way back up towards 580, and inflows trying to come back up. But when we zoom out, you could see all day on the 30 minute those outflows dominating since the pre-market, and that's why this moved back up to the upside as soon as it found weakness. And this is where inflow versus outflow allows us to see and have that edge, right? It showed us that it never crossed the midpoint. On the 15 minute, it did come back up, but as soon as it turned red, which was up here near 582, if it broke that support of 581 and those outflows continued downwards and they turned red on the 30 minute, it would then justify the weakness to the downside. And that's exactly what happened here. This move to the upside was great in the first half of the day from 579 all the way up to 583, but it wasn't justifiable and strong enough because those inflows never got back above the midpoint. So to justify any move back up to the upside here, even in the after hours and going into tomorrow, we need these inflows to start picking up and negate these outflows by crossing the midpoint. Outflows have dominated all day, and they've hit lows down here of negative 3.9. I will be watching that closely going into tomorrow and the rest of these after hours. Same thing here with the 1 hour, right? You could see those inflows trying to come back up, never crossed the midpoint, and as soon as it turned red, that weakness accelerated, and we've touched down here key support levels and even got close in the after hours to the support I was just breaking down based off where the bull indicator popped up and yesterday's support at 578.40 area, and it's bouncing back up here in the after hours from 578.77, and you could see it there hitting 580.36 so far. So if this rush back up continues with strength, we want to see this turn from red to green, pull upwards, and in the volatility of the 15 minute, go ahead and push back up as well. We have the 15 minute down, we have the 30 minute down, and the 5 minute is so far trying to hold itself up here and flatten out, but still has not turned around either. So all of these inflows need to start picking up even in the volatility to justify any move to the upside. So I will be watching that closely. If these outflows continue to the downside, the first support I'll be watching in these charts, and if it rolls over into the 30 minute and pulls down the chart even further, the first support is going to be that 578.50 area to 578, that tight range right there. And if both of those get broken through, Then I'll be watching down towards 577 to 575. That's been a crucial support here in the last several weeks, and one of the lowest levels of outflows that we've seen, all the way down here at negative 6.6 back on October 23rd. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical here in the volatility of the 15-minute to turn from red to green, cross the midpoint, reflect that strength into these charts, bring up the 30-minute and 1 hour with it as well. And the first resistance is 581. Then above that is 582 to 583. And then I'll be watching the 585 area. So those are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial. And the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them as they're fighting here to level off, but they're red on multiple time frames, and even in the volatility of the 5-minute, it is pulling downwards. You see it there trying to flatten out. If this continues to push up, I will be watching here if this could turn from red to green and start pushing upwards towards the midpoint. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.